Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. Let's get rocking and rolling. Well, last evening, Trump held a joint press conference with Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel. They stood, they answered questions, reported on everything. Of course, lots of things get taken out of context. In his usual bravado, Donald Trump talked about occupying Gaza if necessary. Oh my God, has everybody flipped out on that? But the bottom line is the relationship between Israel and the United States of America is now where it should be. ICE apparently has captured and sent back already 6,000 of the worst murderers, rapists, drug dealing, human trafficking criminals that were allowed to come over. You got to ask yourself this question. What is the morality, not much less the political chutzpah, that Joe Biden would allow these characters to come? I mean, let's face it, there's tons more of them, and stay in this country during this time. It's crazy. The CIA is offering everyone a buyout, every single one of them. It's my understanding, and we'll get some more about the buyouts in a little bit. And Pamela Jo Bondi, I'm going to start calling her Pamela Jo because that's what she put on her placard when she had the Senate hearing, and I love it. So Pamela Jo Bondi is now the new Attorney General. There's probably an earthquake happening over at the Justice Department today. Army recruiting is through the roof since Trump won. Isn't that something? Why? Because they know they'll be in a military with a commander-in-chief who loves the country, and two, he's not going to put them in a war unnecessarily. Recruiting goes up. Panama is now going to allow all our Navy ships to go through the Panama Canal for free. Joe Biden couldn't have done that. IRS easy filing is kaput. You know why, though? See, I thought this was maybe a good thing. Nope. Musk figured out that it was basically allowing the government to do your taxes for you. It wasn't really a good thing. Shut down. Left-wing billionaires like Soros and Bloomberg are advocating their billions go to getting the working man back. It's going to be hard, folks. Spend that money. This is an interesting story. The Obama Library costing $900 million. Slush fund. You know, the Obama Library has to be run, no doubt, just like these other federal agencies. Apparently, they've only raised like $300 million. It's looking like this could be a real embarrassment for Obama. And let's face it, who's going to write checks to him now? It's crazy. Putin soldiers. Now, this is, I mean, it's sad, but I have to admit it's kind of funny because the way Putin does things. Putin has ordered soldiers to the front line who have syphilis or are alcoholics. Now, this is so bad, it's funny if you're not one of them. Come on, man, you got syphilis, you're a drunk, go to the front line where you're going to get blown up. It's terrible, but it's also funny. That's the way people like Putin in these countries think. Can you imagine if we did that? 20,000 federal workers are apparently going to take the Trump buyout. All right. And Waffle House is charging 50 cents for an egg surcharge for each egg. That's how bad the egg crisis is. Waffle House. I love Waffle House. Damn, 50 cents. And Tom Homan says he'll arrest the governor of New Jersey if he's harboring an illegal alien. You go, Tom Homan. Air traffic controllers make about $137,000 a year. You want to be one, go learn how to be one. Tulsi Gabbard is headed to the full Senate for approval. Josh Hawley and Bernie Sanders are hooking up to limit credit card interest rates to 10%. Okay by me. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Coming up next, local news. All right, local news. You know, sometimes it's lean. We got some fun stuff today. All right, the Pioneer school meeting, elementary meeting last night about the Kenton County Industrial Park in southern Kenton County was so crowded, I couldn't get in. The school was packed and stacked. They weren't letting anybody else in. That's how crowded it was. Some good news, about 2,500 people have signed the petition. And in addition to that, Joe Nienaber, one of the county commissioners, put out a statement on that petition saying he doesn't support government taking through the eminent domain power for developers. So that's looking good. All right, Coleraine Joseph shooting. An employee, Rashid Deweese, 21, inside Joseph Chevrolet, shot somebody, was shooting at somebody, customers and everything. He's only 21 years old. Who knows what this is all about? But wow, isn't that fun? I wonder if Steve Kramer's ever done that out at Airport Ford, giving Tony Brinker, not Tony Brinker, but the Brinker a heart attack. Ohio, Governor DeWine says everybody needs to return to work if you work for the state. Now, this is a wild story. A guy, a decaying body, her name is Laura Hearn, for 7 to 10 days, Tyler Hearn was hanging out with her. He's been arrested for her murder at Hampton Farms Apartments in Highland Heights is where this took place, $500,000. I wonder if neighbors started smelling the body, Sabrina. Something smells dead out here. Unbelievable. And Governor DeWine wants to do a gambling tax or a gaming tax to help pay for the improvements at Paycor Stadium. Everybody genuflect for the Bengals. I'm one of the few people that, despite the economics and the fun and everything else, I say, don't let the door hit you in the ass, Bengals. I get sick of the corporate welfare that we have to do. It makes no sense to me. And Kentucky income tax reduction is headed to the governor's office where he's expected to sign it. And Walton Verona has opened up a new middle school in Verona. Congratulations to all you Walton Verona School District folks. And Ramaswamy apparently has like a 52 to 18 point lead in the Ohio governor's race out of the gate. We all know things can change. The big issue will be, will Trump endorse him or not? If he does, the race is over. That's the way it is. If he doesn't, it's not over. Police chase out on old I-75 yesterday. I was supposed to meet my buddy Roger Kaufman. He got stuck in the traffic. They shut down the interstate again. In Mount St. Joe, this is wild. Cameron Hardy is being held on a $20,000 bond. He went up behind somebody in a Mount St. Joseph dorm and whacked him. Now he's lost vision in his eye, the guy that he hit. Not good. And Thomas Massey, the dork himself, has introduced a bill to abolish the Department of Education. One sentence. Hardy, har, har. Guess what, Massey? Just like you were trying to promote yourself for Agriculture Commissioner, which never happened. You know, Secretary, you know what, Thomas? None of your bills ever pass or go anywhere, and you know that. Trump's going to dismantle the Department of Education without any bill from you. It's unbelievable. And J.D. Vance's half-brother, Corey Bowman, is going to run for Cincinnati mayor. He's a Republican and pastors a church. I wonder if old J.D. will campaign. I suspect he will. Coming up next, Jamie Spindley. Hope he has some energy because he's feeling sick. You know, I never get sick, but he gets sick all the time. But let's hope he delivered well.
Hello, the latest world headlines. Swedish police confirmed 10 people were killed in a shooting at an adult education center in Ålborg, 200 kilometers west of the capital city, Stockholm. The attacker is among the dead. The Prime Minister called it the worst mass shooting in Sweden's history and condemned the attack as brutal violence against innocent people. A US deportation flight with about 100 Indian nationals arrived at Amritsar, Punjab. The group had entered the US illegally and was deported from Texas. Authorities in Punjab are processing the deportees. Mass deportations have been a focus of President Donald Trump's immigration policy. Around 18,000 Indian nationals have been identified as living in the US illegally. Wow. And the United States Postal Service announced it will no longer accept parcels from mainland China and Hong Kong until further notice. Letters are not affected. This move follows new rules requiring taxes on small packages worth $800 or less, which were previously tax-free. That's it from me. I'll be back tomorrow. Stay tuned for Sports Without Boundaries. Cheerio.
All right, Sports Without Boundaries. I'm sad to report the UK's now lost 4 out of the last 5 games. They lost to Ole Miss at Ole Miss. Ole Miss is ranked 98-20. They were down 23 points in the first half. They can't play defense. And Donald Trump announced he will be going to the Super Bowl. I'm kind of shocked. He's the first sitting president to go to the Super Bowl, actually. I find that kind of bizarre. And Marcus Jordan, Michael Jordan's son, has been arrested, charged with cocaine possession, DUI, resisting arrest, all in Orange County, Florida. Marcus. And good old Tiger Woods, Mom, God bless him, has passed away. Kuhita Woods passed away at 80 years old. Coming up next, pop culture. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go with pop culture. Check out this courtroom brawl that we're going to report on. This happened out in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The victims went after the defendant. Check it out. All right, now, it was announced yesterday that the Outlaw Music Festival with Willie Nelson is coming to Riverbend Music Center June 22nd. Now, I want to warn you about this. I went to this past year, and Willie Nelson, I love Willie, but he's up there. He has somebody that plays right next to him. So the Willie show lacks a lot of energy. Bob Dylan, who's also coming back, Bob Dylan played every single song you've never heard Bob Dylan play. He did not play any of his classics. It was really, really disappointing. But that's Bob Dylan. And then they've got, now some of these people, they will play at different venues. So it lines up there. I don't know who will be coming to Cincinnati. Nathaniel Ratliff, I saw in Franklin, Tennessee. They're great. Sheryl Crow, great. Turnpike Troubadours, my favorite. Avett Brothers, great. Wilco, great. So they got, depends on who's coming. Bruce Hornsby is a part of the lineup. But I'm just telling you, if you go for Willie and Bob Dylan, save your money. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. I hope today you have a wonderful day.